Hello, what's up everybody? How is it going? Welcome to another video of tutorial series Learning Codeigniter from scratch. I'm your host Anwar Ali and I'm here today with the new topic, and the topic is performing search query using Codeigniter. So we'll be using this search in order to search for the news which we have listed over here. Our pagination should work exactly as it used to before, but this time it should not work. It should not and just show 3 pages randomly, but it should show, I mean, 3 news randomly, but it should show as per the keyword provided over here. So that's it. Now, so let us see how can we do that. Okay, so let me just grab my CI folder, which is here, amps www and CI. Okay, let me maximize this. Secondly, we will not be using some other URL for search, rather we'll be using the same page where our news are listed. So we will be performing our search in the same page where we have listed our news. The only difference will be now we will be having some query string for the search. And so let us just see what we have for the search form. If we have to modify our search form, let us just see. So let us go to our views and admin header. So we have our search form inside our header. So let us see what we can do to our search form. So this is saying input class equals to form control, type equals search, placeholder, but we don't have names, so let us just give name equals to, let's say, keyword. Okay, and the form need to have post, so type equals to post, and our action should be php echo site underscore url admin news index. So since we need to make our pagination work, so I do not want to change the base URL of pagination and the base URL of search to be different. So I'm writing the exactly same URL that we mentioned in the paginations configuration for base URL. So I'm writing the exactly same base URL for search. So this actually means whenever we hit our submit button, it should post my keyword to admin in news index. The first thing, we have completed our search form. Secondly, since this is submitting to admin news index, what I want to do is I want to go inside admin news and index and grab this keyword, and since we are posting it, I need to grab that keyword by $keyword equals to $this, and maybe we can do this inside our model. Okay, so this index is using get all for listing purpose, so we should modify our get all a little bit. So get inside get news model get all, which is here. So news model get all, and we can grab our keyword over here. So $keyword equals to this input and post keyword. So by doing this, we have already grabbed our keyword. Now we need to somehow use it in our query so that everything should work. So what we can do is, just like setting our limit, offset, and order by, we need to have a where condition where our query checks if the title matches with the keyword, or even if the description matches with the keyword. what we can do is we can also check if the author matches with the keyword. Okay, so for now let's just try with title. So this db. Now, in order to match some string, not exact, so we have two approaches. So if you write where and give like array title dollar keyword, this means the array should exactly, the title should exactly be same as keyword. So where is written whenever we want to match the entire string of the let's say field with the keyword we have provided. But if you want to match some portion of the title or some description of the title with the keyword, let us just say substring, in that case what we can do is, instead of using where, we should use like. So by using like, it will match a portion, and it will also now make our string case insensitive, our search case insensitive. This means if we have a keyword called Italy with capital I or uppercase I, and we are searching for lowercase I, it will even work in that case. So search should generally be case insensitive, and in order to accomplish that, we are using this db like. Now let us see if we get that. Okay, let me just refresh this. I only want those news which has ITAL, Italy, in it, but it didn't work, and it's even showing keyword equals to blank. Oops, we made a mistake in our form. So let us go to our headers. So our form, first of all, whenever we perform our search, and it's not type, it should be method, right? So method equals to post, and it should never be post, it should be get. Okay, so let us make our form type get, because we always want our search page to work even after we refresh, but once we refresh, our post fields disappear. So we want to set our form field to be get, and it should be method. Now let us try to see again. Let us go to news and try to search. Let us search for Italy. And second thing, we also want to modify our model. Now we are not grabbing it through post, rather we are grabbing it through get, because we are using method equals to get. So Italy, search it. Now we can see it's only grabbing the entry with Italy in it. What if we search something from between? Uncertain. So let's try to search for uncertain. It's still working, right? Now let's just clear this, and let's try to search for something which is generic. So let's say we are searching for off, off, which should be in most of the news and articles. So let's just search it. So we can see off is here and off is here. So it brought up with two different listing with off in its title. But you can see we are still getting pagination count as 1, 2 and 3, because we have not worked out with pagination yet. So if we go and see in our index page, we are passing few parameters for index, and you can see our base URL is admin news index, and secondly we have, you can see that our total rows we have calculated from count all, and our per page is 3. So we need to modify our count all. We know that our per page will always be 3, but our count all now varies as per the keyword provided by the search form. So if you go to news model count all, so which is here, so I can copy this keyword and maybe this like and paste it over here, because we want to match our keyword with the title even inside count all. So keyword, we just grabbed it by getting the keyword from the form. Secondly, we are matching our keyword with the title even while counting the news. So you can now see that we are using count all function. We are matching our keyword with our title even in count all function. Now by doing this should automatically fix our pagination count. So now if I click on here, it's gone, because we only have two news matching off with the title. Let us try something different. Now let us just search for A in the news. So now you can see we have A here, we have A here, we have A here, and we have A in almost all the news title. So our pagination is back again, right? So this is the way we perform our pagination. But you need to notice one more thing. I searched for the A and it took me back to the first page, and you can see we have a keyword equals to A inside our URL. But when I go to page number 2, the keyword disappears and it is no more searching. Okay, it is no more searching from the table matching our keyword, because the keyword from the URL has already disappeared. Why? Because in our base URL we have already defined our base URL for our pagination, which does not have any of the query string inside it. So what we need to do, we need to modify this somehow, so that if there are any query string being passed from the search form, we should append it inside our base URL. So how do we do that? There are different ways of doing that. For example, if we can do that using pagination library itself, and we can also do that in our view, okay, which is admin, news, and index. So these anchors that is being displayed in the pagination, that is actually ignoring the query string, because we have already passed our base URL from our index function. So our query string from and that is keyword equals to A disappears from the links mentioned in the pagination. So how do we fix that? Let us just discuss about it. Now in order to do that, what we can do is we can just add a small config to our pagination library, and that will bring our keyword equals to A back to our URL for each and every page. So let's see what's that. We can just go and add one more config to our pagination, and that config is config config reuse query underscore string. So if you just add this config and set it to true, it will now bring back our search string and query string back to our URL. So let us see. Let's refresh this, click on page number 2, and the offset is changed, but at the same time we have our query string back to our URL. So if you go to page number 3, our offset is changed, but at the same time we have our query string back to the URL. So by doing this, we have completed all the aspects of pagination, and they are all working fine. Okay, so these are few things that is to be considered while working with search. Our search should not hamper our listing. Our search should not hamper our pagination, and we should always be cautious about it. So in order to fix that, we discuss few things, that whenever we count our pagination links, we should pass the same query that is being used to find the data from the database, and in order to do that, inside our news model we used an extra query or builder, and we added this db like, and we matched our keyword with the title. And similarly, we use the same thing inside our counter. We grab the keyword and matched our title with the keyword, so that the number of news being listed and the total number of news to be shown is always consistent. Okay. Secondly, what we did is we added a config in our pagination library, which is config reuse query string equals to true, and by doing that, whatever query string our search form generates, it gets append to our search URL along with the pagination link, right? So our URL now even has offset, and it also has let's say the query string that is supplied by the search. So by doing this we have made our pagination and search work simultaneously, and this is how we work with the pagination. Now, secondly, what we can also do is we can give some random title over here that for what we are searching for. So if we are searching for A, we should show the search result for A in our index. So before the table, what I want to do is I just want to have a condition that if I have any keyword set, if is set, I don't need if is set, if dollar this input get keyword, which means if we are getting some keyword from the search form, what I want to do is I want to say let's say I want to give bold search result for PHP echo this input post keyword. Refresh this and you can see we are seeing I think I have not echoed it. It's not post, it's get. So search result for A, and we have the search result for A here. So if I type Italy, it says search result for Italy. So this is somehow to make our programming a little bit user friendly. We need to consider these things. Secondly, it is always a good practice that whatever keyword we search for, we autofill our search form with that keyword. This means if we are searching for Italy, the Italy should also show here by default. Okay. So in order to do that, I will use the exactly same if condition inside my header. So we have our input here, and inside my value, what I want to do is I'll just write a condition if $this input get keyword. I would like to echo it as well. So echo $this input keyword. No, I mean get keyword. You can see it leaves whatever we search for, it automatically populates inside our form, and that's fine, and that's exactly what we want. So we have covered almost all the aspects of search and pagination. Now second thing what we want to do is if we want to search against multiple fields, like we are now currently only searching against title, what if we want to search against author and description as well? So simply by if we try to understand this, this should run a query that says select all from news where title like Italy, or where description like Italy, or where author like Italy. So we need to have or in each and every for each and every fields, right? So if you say and, it will search for type and the keyword to be in each and every field compulsorily. But we don't want that. We want either the keyword to be in title, or the keyword to be in description, or the keyword to be in author. So we need to use or somehow. So what is the process in CI? Let's discuss about that. Now in order to do that, we need to modify our query a little bit more. What we should do is we should go inside our query, which is this db like array title equals to keyword. Title like keyword, right? So we need to add more or, and in order to do that we have or like in CI. So Codeigniter, we have a db builder function which is or underscore like. So this means I am matching against title or matching against, I need to add more condition over here, just like title. What I can do is I can match against description this way, and I can add one more or like and match against author. So I need to do exactly the same thing while counting the total number of rows. Okay, here. So this is not description, this should be keyword, right? So keyword, 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 and keyword, and my or like should be below my like. So that's it. So let us see now. If I search for A, it's searching it fine. Let us search for Italy and check to see if it works. Yes, it's working. Let us search for I and in, and it is searching inside, maybe inside description. Let us search for some author, so I can see that's working. Let us make it blank. It's still working. Let us remove this, and it's still working. So everything is working now. So we have now completed each and every aspect of our pagination and search. But one more thing for a good practice, what I would like to suggest to you, as since we don't always have our keyword being set, but we are writing the queries, which is just making our query long. So what we can do is we can minimize our query by checking if the keyword is set or not. So once we have grabbed our keyword, we can check if there is some value in the keyword. Only then make a search against title, author, and description. But if you don't have anything in our keyword, there is no use of making the search against title, and this would be description. Title, description, and author. This is just making our execution time elongated and making our query string longer. So only if we have title, only if we have keyword being passed from the form, only then we can search inside, make our search query to match against title, description, author. But if the keyword is blank, we don't need to match against them. So this is how we make our pagination work. Let us just check for the last time. It's working. A search, it's working. A and W, it's working. So everything is working. So that's it for pagination and for search. So if you have any confusions regarding any of the topic covered today, please don't bother to, don't feel free to mention it in the comment. And if you like the video, if you understood the video, and I hope you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the new video and the new topic. Until then, have a nice time. Goodbye.